Hello, 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 you guys. I just wanted to quickly jump on and drop a few gems about Dubai and how to travel to Dubai more affordably without completely breaking the bank. Okay, so as many of you guys know, we've been to Dubai several times. Been to Dubai, through Dubai. We've been there several times throughout this year. And as many of you guys already know, I am the accredited travel agency owner of Mommy and We Travels, where we love showing everybody how to travel the world more affordably, but especially women and women with children. They have a special place in our heart because, I remember what it was like to try to, learn how to travel the world with my daughter and how scary it was. So we service everyone, but women and children have a really special place in our hearts. And so I just want to come on and drop a few gems on how we personally get to Dubai for what I call cheap. Well, everybody's budget is different, but how we get to Dubai and how we are always in Dubai affordably. As I said, we've been to Dubai within the past few years, within the past few years, but specifically this year, we've been a few times and we're getting ready to go back again. As many of you guys know, Dubai is a hub. And so, you can get to India from Dubai for cheap, Africa from Dubai for cheap, Maldives from Dubai for cheap. And a lot of these places, whenever you book them, they're going to take you to Dubai anyways. And you're probably going to be catching another flight. And so, I'm going to show you guys how to work the system. And so the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about are flights. Okay, so when you're trying to get to Dubai, listen, those flights are expensive, okay? So let me show you how we get flights for a good price when we're trying to travel to Dubai. And we don't just travel to Dubai on a whim. No, we plan this out. We are very strategic when we're traveling to Dubai. So let's jump over here to my favorite site. So one of my favorite sites for looking at flights is Skyscanner. I have preached Skyscanner for the longest. You guys, use Skyscanner. It is completely amazing. And so when you come over here to Skyscanner, what you're going to do, instead of putting in your specific country or your specific airport, what you're going to do, you're just going to type in USA. Let it choose it, okay? Then you're going to put in Dubai, which is DXB. And then also, this is very important too, you want to choose one way because, your trip that you want to take, your dates may just be expensive. It may not be, expensive to go on, another day. It may just be your specific date. It just may be super expensive, okay? And so you're going to choose one way. And then when it comes to your departing day, you're going to choose cheapest, and then you're going to choose cheapest month, and then you're going to search. So let it search. All right, so now it's done searching. It's done searching. And so now it's telling you where's the cheapest place to get to Dubai. One way, the first leg of the flight, one way. And somebody's, oh, why are you doing one way? Because like I said before, it could one of your dates could be super expensive and you wouldn't know it unless you actually came in here. Okay, so look at this. So New York is $354. Okay, Miami for $40. And for me personally, I love Emirates. Like I just do. How they treat the kids is amazing. The quality is amazing. Actually, this summer when we're going back, we're not going to be flying on Emirates. We found a deal on another carrier, and so we're going on Delta. And so I'll be able to tell you guys how was the Delta experience versus the Emirates experience. And I don't know. So I'll be able to tell you that. And I'm excited about it. I'm not sure if my daughter's excited about it because she loves Emirates. Every time we're going to Dubai, she's like, are we flying on Emirates? And, most of the time is yes. So this is our first time going to Dubai where we're not flying on Emirates. So let's look at this. So this is from New York, and it says any airport in New York to okay, so it's about $4 something. Go to the next month. Who said it has to be this year? Let's look at next year. Let's jump to January. So, let's talk about the weather as well. Okay, so in Dubai, if you're going during the summer, usually when we're there during like June or July. I want to tell you guys, it's hot. Like it's hot, hot. And most of the time that we have been in Dubai, it has been during the summer. But we were just recently there during spring break. And when I tell you guys, we're there in March. When I tell you guys the weather, it was beautiful. Like I was in my Uber getting to the hotel, and I'm like, why does that lady have on a jacket? We're in, this is the desert. She was like, well, maybe she's not used to to the weather. And I'm like, okay, this it's hot, like it's Dubai. And so I step out of the cab, because at the airport, you don't feel the breeze. I step out of the Uber, and the breeze is beautiful. It's a nice breeze that they had going on. It was like 60, 70 degrees. And then, it got a little bit lower at night. So in March, around March, April, absolutely beautiful. June, July, August, it's hot. I'm not gonna lie, it's hot. And so I look back at all of the times we were there in Dubai during June, July, and it was hot. It was like more than Florida hot. It was hot, but it did not take away from the experience that I had in Dubai, and the experience that my clients had in Dubai, and the experience that, anybody, my daughter, it didn't really take away from the experience that we had there. So it doesn't, if you already know that, you can't tolerate heat, listen, go during March, December to March. However, those prices are not, you're not gonna like those prices. I will say that, okay? So let's jump over here, back to what we're doing. So January, let's see, 476 one way. All right, let's see, I see 400. Oh, I see 399. And sometimes you guys, you can't pick your dates sometimes. Sometimes let these dates pick themselves, I mean, sometimes, if you have only specific time, then yeah, but you may pay a little bit more. So it does. Let's look for the cheapest. Look at that, 770, 766 one way. All right, so it only goes out to about 323 days out. So let's go back in. So let's look at that 399. All right, so this is March. All right, so let's look at this. This is good. So March, let's see. And it says one way, so it's probably on Emirates if it's one way. Let's see. All right, let's look over here. Oh, it says nonstop available. All right, so look at this. Where's this stopping through? Ooh, Kuwait. I'll pass. Oh, let's talk about layovers, you guys. Listen, layovers are everything, okay? I used to hate layovers. Now I'm like, where's the layover? I need me a 23, 30 something hour layover. And listen, I'm hitting a whole nother country in that time. You choose a layover where you're getting there doing a decent time. You check in your hotel, go do some tours. Go to some tours, have dinner, experience the place, and voila. All right, so let's look at this. All right, so let's see how much Emirates is. Emirates it's a little bit expensive. So let's keep it, I guess, with United. So look at this one. So this one, it's operated by Swiss. So this looks like it's probably about the same thing. So look at this. So Swiss coming, this is what date? March the 2nd, okay? And so let's say March the 2nd. Now let's look at the reverse. All right, so there we go. And where is this flying from? JFK. Okay. So March the 2nd. And then so now we're doing the reverse. And we're going to do whole month again. And then we're going to do March. All right. So let's search. All right. So let's see, coming back. So we're going on March the 2nd. Let's say they seem to have one, and just because they don't have the flights here, on here, it doesn't mean that it's not there. Okay, so let's choose the 7 just because that's what they have, and let's see, is it through Swiss? And you guys can use Skyscanner for anything. Like when I travel, when I choose the dates for my group trips, I'm usually over in Skyscanner first, making sure that the flights are like low around this time. All right, so let's look at this. It was like 440 something. Let's see if Swiss has anything since we're flying on Swiss. Let's see if we can come back for cheap. No, Swiss is super expensive, 728. So let's find, I'm just trying to find a cheap date, and then a cheap date coming back, and then what we can do the reverse. All right, so look at these one-way flights. Woo. All right, so who is this? I can't read that. Oh, it's probably Saudi Air. Okay. All right, so let's go to the next day and see. I'm trying to get Swiss. Swiss. 728 still. Well, you know what? We may have to choose another airline coming back. I generally try to stay. Oh, look, it's 25. Let's see. Is there a nice layover somewhere? Oh, this is 2 stops. I don't like 2 stops. If I'm going to do a layover, I'll do 1 stop. Well, I don't know. Look at this one. So let's, you know what? Let's do this. Let's try a round trip. So we know the 2nd and the 7th coming back. So let's try a round trip, and then let's try March and see what comes back. All right. Oh, well, let's do the reverse. So it's about 800. That's about what Dubai goes for. Oh, you can actually get flight tickets for $600. So you just got to really be watching for sales and really, play around in here to see what's going on. All right, so look at this. All right, so this is a little bit cheaper. Ooh, look at this. I like this. So maybe the round trip isn't so bad. So I said March the 2nd. Well, let's do March the 8th. And then look at this. Come back on March the 15th. There we go. So search the one-way button, and then figure out around, or you could just use the round trip button. So look at this. Leaving on March the 8th, coming back on March the 15th. Let's see who is that provider. So 560 for Dubai. You cannot beat that with a stick. All right, now who is the provider? I believe it's Swiss. Still with Swiss. All right. And then look at that. We got some layovers. Ooh, look, is it American? Is it Air France? I don't think so. United. Okay, so look at this. Okay, so now look, we found a flight. Okay, perfect. So it's operated by United and Swiss. Okay, look, let's stay with the same. I like to stay with the same ones. Okay, so look at this. So we found a flight to Dubai for one person, 570. You can't beat that. That's a good deal. Or you can choose this where they, kind of switch the airlines. And you got a nice long layover in what is it, Zurich, Switzerland. Okay, yep, Zurich, Switzerland. All right, so there we go. That's the flights. That's how you find a cheap flight to Dubai. Okay, right here, Skyscanner. You can do one way. If you do one way, you're doing it to find the cheapest day to go, and then the cheapest day to come back, or get like a general idea. Or sometimes the round trip button, like right now, it may work a little bit better. So there we go. So we got dates of what's this? March the 8th through the 15th. Okay, so now we're done with flights. Okay, so when you guys get to Dubai Airport, it is a very, 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 very busy airport. I 100% recommend Marhaba. Okay, I do not travel to Dubai, and listen, I do this like yearly, multiple times a year, with people, with my clients, by myself, with just my daughter. I don't go to Dubai without getting Marhaba. And so what is Marhaba? Okay, so Marhaba is like fast track through the airport. It's kind of like Club Mo Bay for Jamaica. Okay, so as soon as you get there, depending on the type of service that you selected, they have like different tiers. Someone will be standing there at the gate, as soon as you get off the airplane, with your name. They'll take your bags. They'll take you all the way through security, the checkpoint. When I tell you guys, that line in Dubai Airport is absolutely just ridiculous. Getting through security, getting through, customs and immigration, getting through all of that, absolutely bonkers. But when you book Marhaba, guess what? There's a whole line off to the side that has like 1 or 2 people in it. You're going straight through that line. And so Marhaba, it may cost what? Maybe about 50. Let's see. Let's put it in. Okay. So JFK. Oh, and if I'm not mistaken, they may May only service Emirates. Let me see. So this is for next year. That's a good question. Do they only, I think May the 8th. All right. All right. So I think, okay. So I think they only service Emirates, but Emirates or what is it, British? I think it may be British Airways, but it's just the service that I use. I always use this service. I just always use it. So we're usually flying Emirates. But okay, so if you guys are flying Emirates on one of its partners, listen, Marhaba will get you completely through the airport. I mean, it's not hard going through security and all of this, drama, but I don't have time to deal with all of that. Just when I get there to the airport in Dubai and my Mar Harbor representative stands there with my name, I give them, as soon as we get there, they ask for probably your COVID test. Well, when we went, we didn't have to take COVID tests because we're fully vaccinated. But, usually they would ask for your COVID test, your passports. They take all of your documents that security and, immigration and, security, everybody would ask for. And you're just minding your business. Like, you don't have to pay attention anymore. Like, they're there to guide you. And so you go through the first checkpoint, you get your stamp, then you go through security, and then you get your bag. You get your bag, and then they put it on a card, and then they take you out there to your transfer provider. Okay, so that's that. So get Marhaba if you're using Emirates or one of its partners. I love it, and there's no other service in the Dubai airport. I'll say that, that has Marhaba or that have like the meet and greet. So there you go. All right. So now let's talk about where we're going to be staying at. And so, as many of you guys know, my favorite chain to stay at is Marriott. And why Marriott? Because Marriott loves us. Okay. I'm in the travel industry, and let me see. I'm in the travel industry, and if I have did my training or one of my agents have did their training, you better believe that we're staying at a pretty decent resort. Okay, so I'm just going to come over here and pop in the dates that we're going to be staying there. So it's March the 8th through the 15th. All right, and let's call it 2 adults or 2 occupants, one the adult or child, still the same price. I don't know why they ask sometimes. And then so let's see. All right, so I'm over here. I know the screen looks paused. I have it on pause over here for a quick second while I log in. All right. All right, so check this out, okay? So when we're with Marriott, let's see, I'm going to show only hotels that are available, and then I'm going to show taxes and rates and stuff. Okay, so like I said, I love Marriott. I'm not going to lie. Marriott takes really good care of us. Let's see. Oh, this is in AED. So now we're going to switch it to, it's in dirhams. So we're going to switch it to US dollars so that we can understand it and don't have to kind of convert everything in our head. All right, so look at this. All right, so we say we're traveling on a budget, so let's do this, okay? 141, 127, 106. This is, all of them are good. Like I have never had a bad experience in Dubai. Oh, look at this, Element. All right, so let's look at this, $84 per night. And I'm not gonna lie, these are my rates. These are my rates. I'm gonna show you your rates, but if it's pretty decent over here, it's probably pretty decent for you guys as well. All right. All right, so like for this one, our rate is a little bit cheaper than yours. So look, $594 for the room. That's great. If it's for you guys, you guys are regular consumers, $669. So this is still good. Let me try to look at another one too. All right, so let's see. That was Element. Ooh, Le Meridian. All right, so let's look at this, Le Meridian. This is the brand Meridian is amazing. It's like one of the top tier ones. All right, so let's take a peek. Okay. All right, so let's go back. I just got to pick one. You know what? Let me search by money price. All right. All right, so it's Element or Lot. So okay, we can go with Element. So it's about $500 something. So there we go. We're about $1,000 right there for one person traveling to Dubai. So $595 plus the flight, so about $1,100. All right, so let's talk about tours. Tours, when it comes to tours, I recommend coming over here to Viator. But what I will recommend you guys do is look at the stars. I believe this is one of the ones that we took before, but look at the stars. And don't pick anything that has low stars. What do you guys expect? It has low stars, and guess what you're going to get? Low value, okay? So look at this. Always look for the badge of excellence, okay? So that's going to pretty much wrap up this video. I try not to make them too long, but listen, remember, use Skyscanner, do round trip or do one way to see the cheapest day, because sometimes when you do round trip, it may not show everything. So choose one way if it doesn't show everything, or choose one way if you want to specifically choose your dates, okay? So look, use Skyscanner. If you're flying on Emirates or one of its partners, use Mar Harbor. It's going to get you through the airport super, super duper fast, okay? I recommend Marriott, okay? That's just my thing. I recommend Marriott. And then for the tours, I recommend using Viator, okay? And so if you guys have any additional questions, you guys already know how to reach me. Shoot me a text or call me at 813-GO1FLY2. Ladies, join our group on it's Mommy and We Travels affordable group trips for all. And if you guys are not in one of our group trips, listen, look at our group trips. We have all of them getting ready to load for 2023. And that's all I really have to say. Thank you so much for listening. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you soon.